What's up, Western New England filmmaking community and beyond? My name is Josh, and I am Running Scared Motion Pictures. I've been wanting to make this podcast for a while now because I'm a filmmaker in Massachusetts, and I just see so much talent in this area. There are so many great actors, actresses, directors of photography, and people doing great things in film. And I think right now, more than ever, being creative is very important. So I'm going to talk about myself in a little bit, but before I do, I just want to talk about what I'm trying to do here. So as you can see, there's an empty seat here. I'd love to have different guests on. If you're an actor, actress, director of photography, audio guy, director, whatever it is that you do, not only do I want to promote you in the way of, upcoming projects and the things that you're currently working on, but I want people to get to see you, know who you are and what you're capable of. Over here, I can wear a lot of hats. I can run cameras, I can do audio, I edit, I do a lot of things, but it's hard to get your name out there because in today's day and age with social media, there's so much clutter and nonsense and ads. Like it's hard to find the good information and material. So what I'm trying to do is create a space where I can have people down and we can just kind of build a community that's bigger than the one we could have without this. So I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how many episodes we're going to do or what this is going to turn into. But again, my point of starting this is because I just want to help bring something positive into the filmmaking community. I'll get into myself here a little bit. So for those of you that don't know me, for 15 years, I was a full-time firefighter paramedic, and I honestly saw the worst that this world had to offer. I got a little bit jaded. I thought most people were bad, most situations were bad. And during that time, all the other guys are like mowing lawns and, taking a second job and whatnot. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something that was more creative and honestly a better fit for me. And I needed to do something that helped my mental health and my spiritual health. And when I picked up a camera, everything kind of changed because I went from seeing the worst that this world had to offer all the time and seeing it for what it was, pick up a camera, and now all of a sudden I'm trying to capture the absolute beauty in the world and the best that the world has to offer. And I'm going to be honest, like that feeling was kind of addictive, especially from where I was coming from. So I fell in love with the arts hard. And over the years, I've watched every Film Riot episode, every Andrew Kramer episode. I do have ADHD, as you can probably tell, because I talk really fast and I jump around all the time. And I used to think that was like a real negative. I thought there was something wrong with me and I was less than, and it was like something that was a negative. And as an adult, when I learned what I love and how I learn and how I do things, I actually kind of turned it into a superpower because with video, it's what I think about all the time. It's what I think about when I wake up in the morning. It's what I think about when I go to bed at night. It's what I think about when I'm eating dinner. It's just, I think the ability for us to create in the medium that we want now, easier than ever before, is just something that like we need to take advantage of. The world's kind of a tough place right now, right? Like it's no secret that things are a little rough right now, but when I turn the TV on, by the time I shut it off, I feel riled up and I feel like this place is awful and, so-and-so's out to get me and this and that and whatnot. But I think we live in two different worlds, right? Like we do have that social media world where I'm not saying that stuff's not true and it's not going on, right? But like I can't control that. Like I can only control what I can do in my small circle. So then I have the world that I feel like I actually live in. When I go to work, it's the people that I interact with. It's the people that I talk to at stores. It's the people that I work with, on set, and we're on set for 16 hours a day and nobody's getting paid anything, but we're trying to create something better than ourselves. So, it's like, yes, this world can be divisive and crazy and all that stuff is absolutely true, but I can't fix that. What I can do is I can grab the people around me that want to be as creative as I do in the way that I do, and I can try to make something better than what I could do by myself. I've got a lot of different gear. I've got Blackmagic cameras. I've got a ton of different audio stuff. I've got a Sennheiser MKH416. I just bought an NTG4 Plus. I have a Zoom F6 and I have a Zoom F4 field recorder. I've got Vest. I've got 3 Blackmagic 4Ks, 1 Blackmagic 6K. I've got lighting. I've got monitors. I've got pretty much everything to do this. Like, not at the highest level. I'm not shooting on REs and Reds and stuff, but I think it's taken me a long time to realize, but the camera and the gear truly is just our medium. So, I think if you have the right people, the right mindset, and you've put enough research and time into maximizing your gear, I think you can really just make something that you can be super proud of that can be just as good as some of the high-end stuff out there. If you're creative out there and you are in the area and you want to come on the podcast or you've got a project going on, I'll help you guys promote it. I think we can build something that's better than if we just try to do something ourselves. And Facebook groups are cool, not knocking that one bit. We try to use all the resources we can, but I truly just want this to be a place where, you can come on and you can really truly see who an actor is and how much they love the craft, or the actress, or, how much time and effort they put into it. We get to premiere our mediums, our short films, our media, and all that stuff just for a few minutes, right? So you can spend 6 months working on something for a 6 to 9 minute project. That's cool. You guys can promote your projects and get all that stuff out there. But what I'm interested in is it's all the blood, sweat, and the tears that went into it. I want to talk deep level writing, deep level acting, deep level cinematography and camera setups and lighting and things like that. I'm a huge fan of that stuff. I mean, I've watched so much Roger Deakins stuff talking about his cinematography and his lighting techniques. And I just think there's so much knowledge to be tapped into, especially, again, because we have such a high level of like amazing, talented people in this area that I want to show off. One shout out I want to give out for sure is Chris Ferry. This guy, we worked on some projects together, and I just remember one day he's just kind of sitting there and he goes, I'm going to start a film festival. And I was like, yeah, okay. And like a couple months later, he started the East Hampton Film Festival. So he's kind of doing something similar that I'm doing. So Chris, I'd love to have you on too, man. I know that we've got submission coming up. February 14th is the deadline for your film festival this year. So again, I want to get you on to promote it, talk about it, people that are in the film festival. And I think we can just really tap into a wide range of knowledge and, just honestly, like not only the knowledge, like, yeah, I want to learn and I want to teach people stuff and make us better at that. But like, the reason that I gravitate towards like the podcast is because I like people. I like hearing their story. I like hearing about the why, like what makes you get up and put in all those hours and bust your butt and your mental status and, everything for the craft that you love, like why and how, like what's your style? How do you go about doing those things? So that's pretty much it. We will have more guests on in the future. I'll talk a lot more about myself and projects coming up. I just wrapped a short film called The Hollow Signal, and I'm actually really excited about it. I had some amazing, amazing talent on this one, and I'll get into that in some future episodes. It's going to get released fairly soon enough, so I don't want to spoil anything too much yet, but I do want to have the cast and the crew and talk about some of the things that went right, some of the things that went wrong. We've got a ton of behind-the-scenes footage, so that's one of the things I want to try to do too. Like when I do this podcast, I don't want to do it, just for the most part, two people talking. Like, we are creative. We have examples of work and things like that. There is behind the scenes stuff floating out there. So I want to try to like overlay that and make this podcast like a little bit more interactive. So it's a podcast as far as the information's coming this way, but we're also doing more special things with like, really showing examples and footage and overlays and things like that. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to go too much further forward without having a guest here to kind of talk to me and bounce questions and, make this more of a back and forth. It just feels weird to be an individual person talking here, but I did want to get this video out so I can start getting some people lined up. So reach out to me on Instagram, the Facebook. I'm going to start a Facebook group, especially if we get a little bit of traction with this. And again, I want anything that you see that I've done, I want you to feel that you can promote your stuff there, share your stuff there. And, I want to help each other grow. So if you have any interest in being a part of that, I'm trying to grow Running Scared, my team alone. I mean, I've got some gear and stuff like that, but I don't really have much of a budget. It's like all the money that we get basically goes into food and just trying to get people there and whatnot. But, I know it's a big, tall ask, but if you're as crazy as I am out there and this is what you literally want to do, like I do believe if I keep pushing forward, I keep putting out good projects and doing good work, something could come of this. That's not my end goal. My end goal is to create memories that like when my life flashes before my eyes, when I take my last breath, like I want to remember like the long nights that I worked on set with you guys. Like I want to remember like when you yell like rap for that final shot and everybody erupts and claps and like, just goes ballistic. Like that's what I'm after. So again, I'm really looking for an audio person first and foremost. I've got all the gear, but I need somebody dedicated audio that can really help me out and make sure that our audio comes out perfect. And, I'm always looking for PAs. So reach out to me. I mean, if you do anything and you like what we're doing and, you like the vibe and it's something you want to be part of, I'm more than happy to pull people on for projects and, see what we can make happen. I'm a big proponent of working on projects with people that I've worked on projects with before, right? Like, you can trust them, they're going to show up, and that goes a long way for me. So I'm definitely somebody that likes to, continue to work with the same people. But on the flip side too, I do love meeting and, getting to experience new people and how they do things and what they bring to the table as well. So that's it. That's the end of this episode. If you want to be part of it, reach out. Till next time, stay safe.